Ooh-wee. Yeah, I'm tired of party people. All right, party people. Let me get through this video. All right. Whew, pump it up. All right. Here we go. Hey, check it out. Um, y'all saw the video I put out a couple of days ago that I was doing some Verify training. And the whole purpose of the Verify training was just to help people understand how the platform works, the costs involved in it, all of that. And hopefully, if they like it, they'll go back, do their own research, check it out, figure out what the cost is, dot, dot, dot. So now, the reason why I did the training was because a lot of people kept saying Verify is expensive. Now, the initial setup can cost. It's like right now, if you pay annually, it's 780 a year, plus I think $125 setup fee and $100 for the digital certificate. If you have your own digital certificate, then you don't have to pay the $100. So when you're talking right now, you're talking about 780 plus the 125 plus the 100. You're talking about $1,005 to get set up. Okay. Um, and you can charge pretty much whatever you're able to negotiate with your client. Of course, you can charge the state fees, and then some of y'all have basic fees that y'all charge the same fee as the face to face, and then in certain that state you may be able to charge technology fees. Virginia doesn't talk about technology fees, so you can charge however you want. Virginia, we can charge $25 per stamp. You have a document that got 5 or 6 stamps in it. You making use to me, you're making some decent money. Um, and you do that several times a month, you can come out pretty good and you can pretty quickly make back your $780. Okay. As well, I mean, you can quickly make back $1,000, $1,005 in probably a month or two if you're hot and heavy with it and you've got client base that wants it. Now, excuse me, the one thing that I learned today while doing the training was that some people actually thought that the credits that you use, you purchase and you get 32 credits per month. So you're talking about a year's worth, what 32 times 12, you're talking about 384 credits. So you have 384 credits that you get per month. I mean, for the whole year, and you do as many um notarizations as you can within that guidelines. If you need additional credits, you can purchase them. They're really not that expensive. But if you buy more credits, that means you got more work coming in. Well, what I finally understood is that some people thought that the credits that you use is per notarial stamp. The credits that you're using, so you got 32 credits this month, and you actually use let's say you do 2 notarizations this month. Well, that's only going to cost you about 8 credits because you're only you're getting charged 4 credits per transaction. So it's called transactional credits, not per stamp credits. Verify doesn't charge you for each time you stamp. You can stamp as much as you want. They're just charging you for the actual conducting the transaction, which you've already purchased. So it's not like you're charging, they're giving you being charged $780 and then you got to buy additional credits to do the business. No, it's the 780 and you get the 384 credits. And within that, you do as much RON as you can for 384 credits. Now, if you got a whole lot of RON where you're doing 384 credits worth a month, then more power to you. You got a lot of business. So you take that, you're talking about 96. So, and that's talking about, 384 credits divided by 4 comes out to 96. So if you're doing 96 RON assignments in a month, hey, you making some bank, okay? You are making some pretty bank. And if you're doing 96 and at 96, you're charging, let's just say 175 times 96, that's 16,000 a month you pulling in. So if you're doing that, then heck, what are you complaining about? You can afford 780. You can afford to buy more credits. You see what I'm saying? You can sit there And I mean, what, 6 times 12? That's $201,000. 780 times 12. 780 times 12. Okay, that's good. 96,000. Oh, yeah, 96,000. I mean, 9,300. So you're looking at $201,000 minus 9,360, and you're talking about $192,000 you netting. Okay, I don't feel like doing a screen share. Just trust me, I'm not lying to you. You can run the numbers yourself. So you got 384. That's the 96 signings. So if you did 4 credits per transaction, you got 96 orders that you can do for every 384 um, credits that you have. So you got 96 of them. If you charge $175 times that 96, that's 16,000 in a month. So if you're doing 96 notary assignments in a month, which is possible if you really knocking them out at 4 credits and you charging 175, you're pulling in $16,000 a month. $16,000 a month times 12, not divided, but times 12 is $201,600. If you And then you looking at that, it's like, okay, well, I'm paying $780 per month. That comes out to 9,360. You subtract that from your 201,600, you coming out with $192,240. Who can't live off of that? And that's just Ron. So you tell me how expensive is Verify if you did it that way. If you legitimately did it that way, you're pulling in 192K a year just on Ron from Verify, period, at $175 a pop. And you paying $780 a month. You tell me how expensive that is. I mean, that seems pretty good to me. So when people say stuff is expensive, you need to ask them, define that. Tell me, show me the numbers that this is more expensive than that. So when you do these credits with them, it's for the transaction, for the actual executing of the Ron session. That's it. It's not per stamp. So every time you put your stamp on that document, you're not getting charged for that. Some other companies charge a fee, others don't. Verify is one of the ones who don't. So when I understood that, now I can see how somebody could have thought Verify was more expensive if you're talking about 4 or 8 credits per transaction. I mean, per notary stamp, that can add up. That can add up really, really, really quick. But that's not the case. It's the transaction. However long that transaction take, that's what you using the credits for, and you purchase them and then you use them. So it's not that you're paying 30, whatever the fee is, 70, $65 a month, averaging $65 a month on a year contract, and then you got to buy additional credits. No, the credits are the credits. Once you buy them, they're yours, you use them, and they roll over. Okay. So they roll over to the next month. If you don't use all of them, you got them there for the next month. Other companies, they offer you free notarizations. You don't get them rolled over. If you got 2 or 3 free notarizations per month, and if you don't use them this month, guess what? You don't have them next month. You get another 2 or 3, but you only can do 3 a month, and you don't. And if you use only one last month, you don't have 5 the next month coming up. Okay, so keep that in mind. But the whole goal today, and I was able to accomplish it, was to help educate people on Verify so they could see it for themselves. And what I did was I conducted mock training scenarios. I used 2 devices and went in there and allowed them to see what it looks like from the notary side on how to set the document up using Adobe. And then you go in there and upload it and get everything set up in Verify. The person comes in, they do their ID verification, they do that, or they are personally known to you, and they go through the process of adopting a signature, everything. And then you see them sign, you see the indication that they sign the document, and then you put your stamp on the document, and then you submit it saying that the notarizations are done. And then you get a copy of the document, and then we pulled up and looked at how the document looks after you have gone through all of that. And we had a nice time. I think everybody actually learned, and that's why I did it in small groups. I only did it in groups of no more than 5 people. There was a couple of just one person groups we had, and we was able to just sit there and answer everybody's question and make sure that everybody understood what was going on. And there was no dumb questions. There was no pressure to try to act like you the smartest person. It was just, what's your question? And we answered all the questions. And yes, I was expecting the session to last 1 hour. Everybody lasted longer than an hour. Um, and that was fine. And I had enough space in between where I did not run over too much except for one time. But it had more people. We had 4 people in there, and they had a lot of great questions. So got to deal with those. Can't just cut people off and leave them dangling. So that's it. What I learned today is that people had a misconception of Verify, thinking that when you say these credits, that you buying credits, that they thought it was credits per use of your stamp. It's not. It's for the actual transaction, the actual executing of the notarial session, that Ron session. And we even practiced doing an IPN. I accidentally set it up for IPN because I forgot to click that it was Ron, and I showed them how it looks with an IPN. So that was pretty cool. Excuse me, because I had never done one before, and I was like, okay, that's slick. It was real easy. And just a quick summary with Verify IPN, and it's 100% legal, just different from others. Once you get the document and you put all your elements on there that they're going to be signing here, 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 and here, and then they type in their signature, then you have a little thing that they sign in cursive. They can put their cursive signature on there, however neat they can make it look. And then you, as the notary, you make sure you drop your elements on there, and then you hit the button, and it's done. And I mean, it was so easy. So I'm excited about doing IPN with Verify. And this not to say that other platforms are bad or trash or whatever. I mean, I'm already using Doc. I might as well stick with that for right now, unless I see a reason to use another. And again, I'm not saying these other platforms aren't any good. I just have a platform that I didn't even realize I could use for IPN, and therefore I'm going to use it. Now, the question is, can I find any clients that need IPN to work? And I got to work on that part. That's where the marketing comes in. So I hope y'all enjoyed this summary. Feel free to drop your questions and comments in the chat below. I got one more session tomorrow that's already full, so only doing one session tomorrow, and then we're going to figure out going forward. But I think these 13 people who came in and took the challenge of just coming and sitting down, they all learned something. Well, the 3 will be 3 more tomorrow, or 12, or however many. 12, because it's 9 today and then 3 tomorrow, so 12. So I think everybody got their money's worth for the $10. Okay, so y'all have a good one. I got some admin stuff to do, and figure out, waiting for this guy to let me know if he need me to come do some notarizations tomorrow for him for some general notary work. And at some point in time, I got to go to bed and get some sleep. Thank you again for all your support. Really, really appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one now. All right. Peace.